welcome to AFC 9. I'm David Leatherby, alongside me Jay Furness, and a very intriguing flyweight contest now. We've got Ian Dalby in the black Jacko shorts taking on Raphael Uchegbu out of Calburn. And Jay, both guys want to know, both from some solid camps. Dalby himself from Ronnie Mann's team. I'm expecting fireworks in this one.
Yep, definitely. I've heard some great things about both of these young fighters. I've heard from reliable sources that Uchegbu has been giving professionals in the gym at Calburn a hell of a time. So as an amateur and just a young guy, he's definitely one to look out for. But Dalby, fighting out of Ronnie Mann's gym, you know, he's going to be well versed too. So unorthodox start to the fight though.
Yeah, often with these amateurs, you're looking for little signs into their style or their background, and you know, you can't get a bigger indicator than a gym. And like you say, Calburn, very famous throughout the country. And Iron Man gym, although a new gym, obviously with the likes of Ronnie Mann coaching there, very experienced fighter, now plying his trade in Bellator. You know, both guys are going to be well seasoned, and they're probably going to be a little less nervous than other fighters perhaps on the card that are coming from independent and you know, the lesser experienced teams.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you can see Raphael there. You know, he looks so calm in his face. He's locking up that the body triangle from standing there, and he just looks very calm. Both guys do, and you know, that's what I like to see in an amateur. It's the time to play your trade, but both guys look so relaxed.
Yeah, Raphael looked keen to perhaps pull guard early. I know you were saying that the sort of things he might be working in the gym, sort of go-go's and throwing that sort of thing up, and he's certainly got the body shape for that. I'm sure he's very dangerous with the triangles, and as I say that, he pulls for a flying triangle.
Yep, that's definitely what he was trying to work for before, but this time he's managed to jump the leg over the shoulder, so he's got the triangle locked on, but Dalby's doing a great job of just staying upright and not allowing his posture to be broken, so Uchegbu can finish the triangle.
Yeah, it's very rare you see fighters at this level with such little experience being so calm. Both fighters here staying calm in the position, trying to work. But what an attempt this is from Raphael.
Yep, almost a Hughes Newton-esque type position, with Uchegbu, you know, being held up against the cage by Dalby. You know, he's doing a great job of keeping his hips in and keeping his head up, so his opponent can't really lock the triangle up to make it tight. But as I say that, Uchegbu hooks the leg, switches
now
to
going for the arm. That looks tight.
Come on your belly, on your belly, on your belly.
Surely that's locked in now. Dalby looks to step over.
Dalby's doing a great job of defending. He's stepped over and he's out of that armbar.
Fantastic work from Ian Dalby. Now looking to dish out a bit of ground and pound himself.
Really impressed by both guys so far, Dave.
Yeah, what a fantastic advert this is for the amateur scene in the UK at the moment, and AFC here. Great bout.
Uchegbu, very tricky customer, very unorthodox. Dalby is he's just done a good job of just managed to stay in the game, defend off the submissions, and he's even having a chance to attack for a little one of his own as we end the round there.
Fantastic round in my mind. You've got to give it to Raphael, obviously. He had the submission, looking very close. What a great advert as well for the, you know, the scene, Jay. And a lot of fighters are getting criticised at the top of the sport at the UFC. You know, more game plans are coming in. Guys are looking to stall on that. It's nice to see such a different style. You know, a guy going for flying triangles at this level of the game. It's great to see that style is still alive, you know?
Yeah, and just having the confidence to even attempt it at this level. You know, the guy is young, he's only had one fight, and he's in a cage in a big venue like the Olympia. And, you know, he basically got the balls to attempt a flying triangle, and that's admirable in itself. Maybe a bit of youthful exuberance, but, you know, he looks like a very promising fighter, and that's a great first round for him.
Yeah, and what can you say about Dalby as well? Stayed calm in the situation. As we mentioned before, Ronnie Mann and his corner team there, sure, giving him some words of wisdom in between rounds. Stayed very calm, avoided the armbar, and finished with a bit of ground and pound himself. It's going to be interesting what happens in this second round. Obviously, at this level, Jay, you can't really get much videotape of your opponent, so I'm sure that the flying triangle attempt probably took him by surprise. So it'll be interesting to see his method coming out in this second round.
Yep, Dalby and his team told me before the fight he's more of a striker, you know, kickboxing background. He won his first fight by TKO, so you know he's got the power to finish fights as well. With Uchegbu winning his first fight by submission, so you know if Dalby can manage to keep the distance and not let Uchegbu lock him up like that for the duration of the round, you know he could definitely get off some offence of his own in round 2.
Tentative start by both guys. Try and look at the range. Dalby looking to attack the legs of the taller man.
Yep, this fight at flyweight, but you know both these guys look at the decent size for the weight as well. Both in good shape. It's a little bit more of a successful start for Dalby as he looks to attack the leg.
Yeah, it certainly looks to favour that Thai style. Looking for the chopping low kicks. And it's quite a big target. Uchegbu is a rangy guy.
Yeah, there's definitely accommodation for that type of fighter in Carbon. You look at somebody like Terry Etim, a rangy striker who's also got fantastic submissions, and that's the kind of fighter that Uchegbu's got to train with day in, day out. So, you know, he'll know how to work his game plan. As we say that, they have the first good exchange.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Uchegbu's got the sort of knees that, you know, somebody like an Uchegbu would have coming out of Carbon. Because certainly with that range, he could hurt him. A lovely push kick down the middle. And again, he looks to pull guard.
Yep, I think Dalby's right to be wary of engaging in the guard on the floor because, I mean, we've seen how effective Raphael can be with the submission standing. So, you know, I bet he's a nightmare when they're on the ground. So Dalby's doing the right thing in keeping him upright and not engaging him in that guard game.
What I like about Uchegbu now is he's literally taking word for word the instructions from his corner right now. He's looking over there, looking for instructions and doing exactly as he's told. And at this level, that's obviously a great sign for the future.
Yep, that's you know, it's a mark of a you know, a confident young man and a man who trusts in his team. And why wouldn't you? You've got UFC veteran Mark Scanlon and Colin Heron, obviously the founder of Carbon, in your corner. There's a lot of confidence to be taken from that. Looks for that triangle again. He's looking to pop that knee through. Dalby disengages. That's what he needed from that position.
Is Dalby again going to look for those low kicks? As I say that, he whisks one back. Looks for a push kick down the middle, narrowly misses. Nice lateral movement.
Nice right hand there, lands from Dalby. And a flying knee comes in from Uchegbu and straight into the flying triangle. Dalby again stuffs him on the cage to try and prevent that submission.
This looks tight, Jay.
Uchegbu hooks the leg and looks to finish that triangle.
This could be all over from here. Does look very tight. We're not in an ideal position to see.
10 seconds for him to fight out of it.
Is Dalby going to survive, Jay?
I think he's going to see it out from this position. Oh, what
wow.
grip. What grip from Dalby there. But again, Uchegbu just showing, you know, just how dangerous he can be with those flying submissions.
Yeah, I mean, he got caught with a decent shot from Dalby, had a little smile, and then just went straight back to the game that was so successful for him in the first round, pulling that flying triangle attempt. What about we've got here at AFC? Excellent, excellent level from both fighters, and a great piece of matchmaking because the clash of styles is brilliant, Jay. You've got Raphael looking for the ground game, looking to jump guard, Dalby looking for the striking. It really is a pleasure to watch, and I'm very, very impressed with the level of both guys.
Yep, and Uchegbu smiling there as he stands in his corner. He looks confident, he looks relaxed. What I liked about, you know, when he took that right hand, he wasn't buckled, he wasn't phased by it, and he came back straight away with his own attack. And, you know, often when you're building these guys at an amateur level, it makes the mark of a fighter what happens when you do take a solid shot, and he's come back really well there. But again, you know, all credit goes to Dalby for, you know, landing the shot and then defending that triangle all the way to the death of the round.
Although he's probably 2 rounds down, Dalby can take some solace in the fact that he did land a telling shot during the second, so very much alive this bout, and he's coming out very aggressive.
Yep, we could hear those kicks thudding, and Dalby lets off a 3-punch combination there.
Dalby clearly been told by his team that he needs a stoppage, he needs to get busy in this round.
It's the first shot of the fight, and it's a
guillotine attempt.
Dalby's locked in a tight choke and he's pulling guard. He's managed to lock that leg.
That looks tight.
It's hard to see from this angle, but one arm's under the throat, but it's Uchegbu's got the other hand in. As I
Gives it
say
up.
that, Dalby looks to lock it up.
Great work from Uchegbu to avoid that, because just in that scramble, Jay, it did look very tight.
But again, a testament to how calm he's remained, and he's managed to fight out of that tough spot there.
Yeah.
This is where it'll be dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, from his style, I was just about to say, Jay, he's not going to be disappointed with being in this position, is he?
Yeah, he got a nice tight overhook there, so he can keep his man's posture down, and then he can look to attack for submission straight away. Those long legs, you know, locking that body triangle can't be comfortable for Dalby either.
Yeah, obviously, with the shorter rounds under the amateur format, Dalby might find it very difficult to get some telling work done here, Jay. Perhaps would be best to disengage and stand up if possible. Uchegbu does have overhooks.
Yeah, the overhook looks really tight, and it's a hard position to free that arm unless Uchegbu looks to release it to look for something else. And as we say that, he tries for the triangle again, maybe. Looks to isolate that wrist and push the leg through. Dalby's aware of it though. Obviously well versed on the ground himself. He gets that leg over the head again, and again he attacks for a triangle.
This one also looks tight, but we've said that before, and Dalby managed to get out right in the corner. He's trying to turn the angle there and just get that choke proper locked in.
Dalby looks to slam his way out of it. Might be locked on tighter through the slam though. That submission looks very, very tight, and Dalby's doing a good job to have not tapped already.
What is keeping Dalby awake here? That looks so tight.
He switches to the arm lock. Dalby's sitting through. He's doing a great job of fending off the submission. Ronnie Mann shouting out instructions in his corner, just centimetres away.
Rafi, mount, Rafi, mount, Rafi.
Corner of Uchegbu calling for him to mount from this position.
Just 10 seconds left, switches to the arm lock again. Dalby grits his teeth because he knows it's close to the end of the round.
Wow. Ian Dalby, what a warrior.
I mean, no doubt to me, Dave, he's lost that fight in the judges' eyes, but, you know, very tough fighter. Got a lot of skills of his own, but Raphael Uchegbu just far too dynamic off his back, and, you know, his submission attack was, you know, many other fighters at this level would have been either tapped out or been asleep.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously corny to say, but there really is no losers when you look at a bout like that, Jay, at this amateur level. Uchegbu looked excellent transitions, excellent submission attempts. But likewise, Dalby, he looked great on the feet when it was there and did well to avoid submission. Both these guys, I think, fighters to keep an eye on in the future.